Welcome back to Trading the Market. I'm James, and in today's video I've got something very special to share with you. I'm going to share some of the strategies, insights and an important yet simple edge that has made me a profitable trader with years of experience. I will be focusing on some key betting markets which include both teams to score, the match odds markets, over 2.5 goals, and I'll even touch on over 1.5 goals which I covered in a previous video. Whether you're just starting your trading journey or you've been in the game for a while, I'd encourage you to subscribe to Trading the Market today. We have shared many strategies over the last 3 years in various sports, and there is so much more to come. I've been profitable for many years using these strategies and filters, and I'm giving them away because, despite sharing my edges, they continue to work. Our systems are built on discipline, data and a long-term approach that keeps us ahead of the game. All of our videos are designed to help you make smarter decisions in every betting market. In this one, I'll break down the key statistics that can help you predict high-scoring games, the market clues you should look out for, and how the timing of early goals can drastically affect outcomes. These are the steps I take to give myself an edge in goal digging, and these can improve your chances of success. So let's get cracking. I will begin by looking at over 2.5 goals. The over 2.5 goals market is a favourite among both traders and punters, and it's easy to see why. Roughly 51% of football matches across major leagues have 3 or more goals, which creates a lot of opportunities if you know how to approach the market. It's not just about guessing or luck, it's about using data to make informed decisions. None of this is random. When betting or trading on over 2.5 goals, you're predicting there will be at least 3 goals scored in regular time. While 51% of matches hit this threshold, the key is understanding when and why that happens, and that's where I'll show you how to use timing and goal patterns to gain an edge. As you can see from the image on screen, when using no strategy filters at all, if no goals have been scored in the early stages of a match, your chance of hitting over 2.5 goals diminish significantly. By the 15th minute, the likelihood drops to 40%, and by half time, you're down to 16.3%. Without a goal by the 60th minute, your odds are slim, sitting at just 6.6%. This shows the importance of tracking early momentum, as a goalless game will often stay cautious and defensive. A single goal changes the game dramatically. If there's an early goal, the probability of hitting over 2.5 goals jumps to 70.9% in the first 15 minutes. Even with only 1 goal by half time, there's still a 45% chance to win the bet. However, the second half demands urgency. If no goals are added by the 60th minute, the odds drop to 28.5% and decline further to 12.3% by the 75th minute. Early second half goals are essential to keep your chances strong. Now let's look at 2 goals by half time. You're looking at almost a sure thing. When 2 goals are scored before the 15th minute, your chances of hitting over 2.5 goals jumps to 92.5%. Even if the second goal comes by half time, you're sitting at 79.6%, and by the 60th minute you still have a 67.7% chance. The key takeaway here is 2 goals by half time almost guarantees success. The timing of goals significantly impacts the likelihood of hitting over 2.5 goals. Early goals tend to open up games, with teams adjusting strategies, one side pushing for a comeback while the other looks to extend their lead. When no goals are scored early, the game usually remains tight, with fewer goal scoring opportunities. The earlier the goals, the better your chances, especially when there are already 2 goals on the board by half time. Now let's take a look at the average number of goals scored across Europe's top leagues, and how that influences our trading in the over 2.5 goals market. Each league has its own unique style, and understanding these nuances can give us a stronger edge. The Eredivisie leads the way with an impressive 65% of its matches crossing the over 2.5 goals mark. The Dutch league is known for its open, attacking football, with teams like Ajax, PSV and Feyenoord regularly involved in high-scoring games. Defences tend to be more vulnerable, and the focus on forward play creates plenty of goal opportunities. Next up, the Premier League and Bundesliga aren't far behind, sitting at 63% and 61% respectively. Both leagues feature a good balance between attack and defence, and they're also home to the world's most prolific goal scorers. In the Premier League, clubs like Manchester City and Liverpool often dominate their opponents with high-scoring performances, while the Bundesliga is known for its fast-paced, end-to-end football, especially in matches involving teams like Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. On the lower end, we have La Liga with 47% of matches hitting over 2.5 goals. This is reflective of the more tactical and defensive style of football in Spain. Teams like Atletico Madrid are often content with shutting down the opposition and grinding out narrow victories. Serie A, on the other hand, sits somewhere in the middle at 53%, where we see a mix of defensive, slow-paced matches but also high-scoring encounters when teams like Inter, Napoli or AC Milan are involved. Ligue 1 in France is very similar, with teams like Paris Saint-Germain dominating the scoring, while the rest of the league tends to be more cautious, making this league another middle ground contender in terms of goal averages. Understanding these league-specific patterns is crucial when trading or betting on goal markets. A league like the Eredivisie will give you a higher chance of seeing over 2.5 goals, while betting on La Liga or Serie A requires more precision, often waiting for specific matchups or conditions that favour open play and goals. So why does this matter for traders? These league averages aren't just numbers, they give us an insight into how football is played. Leagues with higher averages, like the Eredivisie and Bundesliga, typically feature more open games with fewer defensive concerns. This means more scoring chances and ultimately more opportunities for over 2.5 goals. Leagues with lower averages, like La Liga, might still present opportunities, but we need to be far more selective when picking matches to trade on with our strategies. One of the key strategies I've used over the years to successfully trade football markets is understanding the correlation between both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals market. While these markets are very different, they often align, especially in certain leagues, and recognising that connection can give you a significant edge. When both teams are expected to score in a match, it naturally pushes the game towards reaching over 2.5 goals. If each team scores at least one goal, you're already on the way to surpassing the 2.5 goal mark. Just one more goal is needed to win your bet. This makes matches with high both teams to score percentages prime candidates for trading the over 2.5 goals market, as the expectation is that both teams will contribute to the scoreline. Let's start by looking at some of the key European leagues where both teams to score and over 2.5 goal trends strongly align. In leagues like the Eredivisie and the Bundesliga, both markets are often in sync. In the Eredivisie, 62% of matches see both teams scoring, and 65% of games hit over 2.5 goals. And very similar, in the Bundesliga, 60% of matches involve both teams scoring, and 61% exceed the 2.5 goal mark. This is because these leagues are characterised by fast, attacking football with weaker defences, resulting in open, high-scoring games. Teams in these leagues tend to be more aggressive in their approach, prioritising attack over defence. The pressing systems in the Bundesliga, for instance, often leave gaps at the back, which contributes to the frequency of goals. For traders, these leagues are gold mines when it comes to both teams to score and over 2.5 goals bets, because teams in these competitions rarely sit back and defend. The chances of both teams finding the net and the match surpassing 2.5 goals are higher, making them ideal for trading. On the other hand, leagues like La Liga and Serie A show a lower correlation between these two markets. In La Liga, only 48% of these matches see both teams scoring, and 47% of games hit the over 2.5 goals mark. This reflects the more defensive, tactical nature of football in Spain. Teams like Atletico Madrid are well known for their disciplined defensive approach, where they grind out narrow wins or play for the draw rather than engaging in open, goal-heavy encounters. Similarly, in Serie A, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals hover around the 50% mark, with a mix of defensive and offensive football, while matches involving teams like Napoli and Atalanta often see goals. Many other teams still prefer to play a cautious defensive game, particularly when facing strong opposition. This makes trading on goals in Serie A or La Liga very tricky, as you need to be more selective, focusing on the right matchups where both teams are likely to be more adventurous. Now that we understand how these markets align, the question is, how do we use this to our advantage in trading? When both teams to score and over 2.5 goals have strong probabilities in a league such as the Bundesliga or the Eredivisie, you're looking at games where the attack mindset of both teams is likely to produce goals. These are the matches where you want to focus your trading, whether pre-match or in play. For instance, if both teams have strong offensive capabilities but weaker defences, it's a good indicator that the match could surpass 2.5 goals. In these cases, if both teams score early, the chances of hitting the over 2.5 goals threshold increase dramatically. Similarly, if you trade an in-play and see that the game is open with lots of attacking play but the scoreline hasn't yet moved, the odds for both teams to score or over 2.5 might offer excellent value, especially if the teams are creating chances. In contrast, if you're looking at leagues like La Liga or Serie A, you might be cautious. These leagues require careful analysis of individual matchups. For example, matches between two attack-minded teams such as Real Madrid versus Barcelona in Spain or Napoli versus Atalanta in Italy are more likely to see both teams scoring and a higher goal tally. However, a clash between a defensive giant like Atletico Madrid and a mid-table team like Celta Vigo might not offer the same potential for both teams to score or over 2.5 goals. Adding another layer of analysis with both teams to score market can give you a broader view of the game's potential. If the both teams to score odds are low, say below 2.0, it suggests both teams are expected to score, which heavily supports the likelihood of surpassing over 2.5 goals. By combining these two markets with the data from league-specific trends, you can identify games with a high probability of success. By understanding how both teams to score and over 2.5 goals correlate and applying this knowledge to league-specific styles, traders can make smarter, more informed decisions. The more you align your trades with data and match dynamics, the more likely you are to find profitable opportunities within the goal markets. This combination is a powerful tool for increasing your success rate. Right, I'm going to let you in on one huge secret. One that has been a game changer in my pursuit of goals in football trading. This edge has given me a consistent advantage in finding matches where multiple goals are likely. And the key? It lies in something most people don't think to analyse or even look at. And this is the draw odds. So when you see high draw odds in the match odds market before kickoff, it's often a massive signal that the game is expected to produce goals. Here's why. Bookmakers offer high draw odds when they don't expect a low scoring tight affair. They anticipate one team outscoring the other. It means that the game is likely to be open, attacking and goal heavy. Now here's the real edge. When draw odds are elevated, the chances of the match ending in a 0-0 or 1-1 draw diminish significantly. These high odds indicate that the likelihood of a decisive result is much greater, which often means multiple goals will be scored. The market is essentially telling us that a cagey defensive battle is very unlikely and that both teams are likely to push for the win. So let's break this down further. When draw odds sit between 4.0 and 5.0, it's already a good sign that the game could be more open than the average match. But as those draw odds creep up into the 5.0 to 6.0 or even above 6.0 range, we're looking at a very different match dynamic, one where both teams will likely go for it. Matches with draw odds above 6.0 are where I've found some of the best trading opportunities, because the market essentially tells us that a low scoring draw is off the table, and that's exactly the kind of setup we want for over 2.5 goal trades. For instance, when you're analysing a match with draw odds above 6.0, you're already dealing with a scenario where the draw result is considered unlikely, meaning one or both teams are expected to score multiple goals. This is especially important when you're also looking at leagues with higher goal averages, such as the Bundesliga, the Eredivisie and the Premier League, where teams naturally favour attack over defence. Now here's where the edge becomes even sharper, combining high draw odds with the both teams to score market. When the draw odds are high and the both teams to score odds are below 2.0, this gives us another layer of confirmation that the match is likely to see goals. If both teams are expected to score, and we know from the draw odds that a 0-0 or a 1-1 is considered unlikely, then we're looking at a prime opportunity to trade on over 2.5 goals. In my vast experience, this combination of high draw odds paired with both teams to score yes is like gold. The logic here is simple. If both teams are expected to score and the match is unlikely to end in a draw, you're just one goal away from cashing in on over 2.5 goals. This type of layered analysis gives you the edge that so many traders miss. They might be looking at one factor or another, but combining these markets is what truly increases your probability of success. So let's head over to Sports IQ and I'll show you some interesting results I have found when we consider the both teams to score yes and the draw odds in relation to the goal digger strategy before kick-off. The goal digger strategy solely focuses on the over 1.5 goals market, and using the filters and criteria coupled with both teams to score and draw odds, we can increase our chances of seeing 2 goals or more in a match. Here are a couple of backtests to consider when trading this market. First, let's talk about over 1.5 goals using the goal digger strategy filters and focusing on draw odds above 4.0 at kick-off. We've filtered 744 matches and the results were very impressive, with 666 successes versus 78 failures, giving us a success rate of 89.52%. When we increased the draw odds to 5.0, we saw an even higher success rate of 91.23% across 422 filtered matches. And finally, with draw odds above 6.0, we filtered 219 matches and 201 were successful, pushing our success rate to 91.78%. Bloody boom. These backtested results reveal the power of draw odds. They're signalling the potential for goals. And when you understand how to read them, you can significantly increase your chances of finding high scoring matches. Next, I've added the both teams to score market as a filter, setting it to yes with odds below 2.0, combined with draw odds of above 6.0. This change pushed the success rate even higher. Across 177 matches, 163 succeeded and only 14 failed, giving us a success rate of 92.09%. This demonstrates that when both teams are expected to score and the draw odds are high, the likelihood of hitting over 1.5 goals increases dramatically. Next, I have created a new filter called GD1, focusing solely on odds with no strategy filters, with odds being above 6.0 and both teams to score below 2.0. We filtered out 1,231 matches, with 1,081 successes and 150 failures, an 87.81% success rate. While slightly lower than previous filters, this broad filter still provides a strong foundation for consistent profits in over 1.5 goal markets. For even more precision, we tightened the filter by setting both teams to score odds below 1.5. This yielded phenomenal results, 113 successes out of 117 matches, giving us a success rate of 96.58%. This strategy highlights that when both teams to score is almost guaranteed and draw odds are high, betting on over 1.5 goals becomes almost a sure thing. Finally, we tested finding over 2.5 goals with matches that had an over 60% likelihood for over 2.5 goals, draw odds above 6.0 and both teams to score odds below 1.5. Out of 112 matches, 95 succeeded, giving us a solid 84.82% success rate on over 2.5 goals. While not as high as the over 1.5 markets, it still shows the potential to profit from these higher goal markets, especially when using highly filtered criteria. These backtested results show the incredible power of filtering by draw odds and both teams to score markets to find high probability matches for over 1.5 and over 2.5 goals. By strategically applying these two simple metrics into your profiling, coupled with our powerful filters in all of the strategies we have given away, you will increase your chances of success exponentially. I want to emphasize something important. These strategies and these edges, they've been the cornerstone of my success for years. I'm not just sharing theory, I'm sharing real tested methods that I've used to stay profitable over time. And here's the thing, we want you to succeed too. Myself and Mark have been in the game a long time, and we know what it's like to start out, to find your feet, and to make those first few wins. It can be a very lonely journey, but we want to be that reliable voice in your corner, guiding you towards smarter, more calculated trades. It's no secret that trading is not easy. There's no magic button, no get-rich-quick scheme. It takes patience, discipline, and knowledge. But with the right edges, like the ones I've shared today, you can give yourself a tremendous advantage. Whether it's understanding how draw odds can predict the flow of a game, or how both teams to score and over 2.5 goal markets can align to create opportunities. These are insights that will give you the tools to navigate the often explosive waters of football trading. And you know what? You don't need to do it alone. Trading the Market is here to help you every step of the way. This is why we share these strategies, because we believe in building a community of traders who look after each other. Our goal isn't just to keep these secrets to ourselves. I've built my success on these edges, and even though I've shared many of them over the last 3 years, they still work because the foundations are solid, and I'll continue to share more with you as we move forward. One thing I've learned after years of sports trading is that there's no shortcut to success, but with the right edges, the right mindset, and a community like Trading the Market, which is something we never had and wished existed when we began, you can make real, lasting progress. We will continue to keep bringing you everything we've learned, every edge that has helped us, so you can apply this knowledge and make it your own. We're all in this together. As much as I love trading and growing my own success, there's nothing quite like helping others win. Whether you're new to trading or have years of experience, we will continue to provide these insights so you can grow, evolve, and most importantly, stay profitable. Now all that's left to say is, I've been James, this has been the Hidden Edge in Plain Sight, and we are all trading the market. Until next time, happy trading.